So today I've got to do some tidying up. We got some visitors. I can't tell you who they are. I can't tell you where they're going. I can't reveal what they're doing. It will come to light, but it won't be until sort of the light parade. Then I might be able to tell you. But anyway, meanwhile, I've got to try and pick up the trip hazards. I've got to I know when I'm walking, I know what to avoid, but I got to pick up the trip hazards today. But I just thought I'd show you. Fully open today. Took the bars off, the door's open. See how they work now. This door opens, but then that door opens as well on it. So let's do that procedure. Even I've took the chain that goes up through here. I've took this lock off. I've pulled that latch back, and even I sometimes get caught by my own secret security that I forget. That's not going to open. So sometimes even I get caught by my own security. Give the trike a really good wash today, a wash and a polish today. So here is this door. This door opens, and that's the trike door opening, but we want to go in there because we're going to do it undercover. So let's take the wing out because carpet on the floor, no room to work around it. So let's take the wing out of its garage. We've removed the wings from the garage. We can open up the big one now. Yeah, whilst keeping that one open too. This one opens and covers that one, look. So you can open the both of them together, and we'll tie this one to that one. So we usually have this chain on a short bit, but because we've got to reach and clip up to that clip up there, we'll release that, and that will allow us to connect to that clip up there. So then this clips onto there, look. This clips onto that one, because you have to have them fairly close to each other, so that if we do get a gust of wind, they don't flap about. So the two gates are now clipped together, and if the wind does come along, it doesn't rattle them too much. But we're now going to go into the tent. We're going to put the trike in the tent, and we're going to wash it out of bright sunlight. We'll wash it in there. Yeah. And then having the ability to reverse makes it so easy to handle the trike. Wow. You know, I think without the reverse, you've got to shove it and maul it and do all sorts. Here the aerial's going underneath now. Oh, yeah. Clink, clink. Let's sort of get it in the middle. Having the reverse.
Hottest day of the year, May Day.
Having reverse on they're on the Goldwing anyway, but having this reverse makes these trikes a doddle to handle. Makes them a doddle to handle. You just put it in neutral, you press the reverse button in, and then you press the start button. Look, amazing. And then you take that out. You let the little light change, and here we are, out of the direct sunlight. We'll give this a good wash now. She is well in need of a good scrubbing, yeah. But now it's out of sunlight, we can give it a wash. So let's get the water up here and the soap and get that. I've got this stuff that melts the bugs. You see it, the bugs. You don't have to rub the bugs off. You spray it on and it literally melts the bugs in place. So yeah, let's get to it then. I'm sure I've shown you this hose pipe before, but it's really clever. This hose pipe, it's fully stretched, and yet look, you turn the tap on and you see how it grows. Look, the pressure of the water stretches it, which makes it go longer, like a big worm. Look, just stretching itself, so it makes it, I don't know how many feet it is, but I laid that down there flat. Look. It's clever stuff, isn't it? Shall we watch it now? We'll do the shrinking bit in a minute. But yeah, these These stretchy hose pipes. It's like black magic, yeah. Well, talking about silver, does any of you know where the Silver Dream machine is? Wasn't it in the film with David Essex? Because I've got a tenuous link. Yeah, tenuous link. Let me tell you about it. That motorcycle was produced in the church house, the chapel house in Pontrieg. Yeah, and Debbie's grandparents bought it. And then Debbie's parents inherited it, and it had to be split up because of the family, you know, as these things happen. And then I lived in Pontrieg. It was before my time, I think, for bikes where I realised what it was. But the Silver Dream machine in the David Essex film, Debbie's grandparents owned that property. Debbie's parents owned the property, and for a short time, Debbie actually lived there with her family. Yeah, in Pontrieg, you know, just outside Caernarfon. Yeah, so that's an interesting. But where is the Silver Dream machine from the David Essex film? So we'll use only the best gear, Autoglim. This is the lifetime kit we had off the Peugeot done, didn't we? So we've got tyre dressing. Oh yeah, we'll use that. Paint the tyres black. Wheel cleaner, yeah, we'll clean the alloys. That'll be lovely. Shampoo, oh, interior shampoo. We won't be using that much. Yeah, we'll use the glass cleaner. Ceramic spray, rapid, quick and easy ceramic protection. We might use that, we might not. Auto fresh, bit of air freshener. What's in here? This is probably the wash, isn't it? Foaming car wash, yeah, we'll use that. We haven't had any bug melting stuff yet, have we? We've got plenty of rocks, rugs, rags and cloths. Let's have a look in this box, see what's in here. I wonder if we've got any bug melting material in here. What's it called? Bug remover? What we got? What we got? Car glass polish, interior shampoo, extra gloss protection. Turn that around. Super what? Super resin polish. Clean wheels. Quicksilver. Screen wash. No screen wash on the bike. Screen wash. Oh, I've got some bug remover somewhere. There's myrrh. Whatever happened to myrrh? You don't see that anymore now, do you? Blimey. As seen on TV. Rubber care, no. We did try this, it was recommended to us, wasn't it? Yeah, Gary recommended it, it worked okay, it was fine. I don't think we've got anything particularly filthy on this one. This is what we'll use, we'll use this to wash it with. I do like this muck off stuff. But this waterless wash and wax, you know, Fingers put me onto this waterless wash and wax. So I got some, it's pretty good stuff, because he didn't have much mortar where he was, so he used to use it all the time, this waterless wash and wax. I've converted to Miracle Shine, Muck Off, Miracle Shine, this stuff. My experience of it is it's easy to put on, it's easy to get off, and each time you use it, it makes it even more shinier. It's it's nanotechnology or whatever it says on the label. And the more times you polish it, the shinier it gets. It sort of builds up its shine. So once you've cleaned your bike 2 or 3 times, or once you've polished your bike 2 or 3 times, this Miracle Shine is really I do like this Miracle Shine. Pre-wax degreaser, or cleaner I should say. When I wash her a few times. I like it when it's squeaky clean. Yeah, when everything is squeaky clean, then I'll give it a final wash. I like it when everything is squeaky clean. And then you know you're ready to give it a final wash. Make sure you get everywhere. Don't miss anything. Make sure you've got everything. Everything's had a good washing. At least twice. At least twice. Especially in weather like this. Don't let it dry. Don't let it dry on you. I don't know if you can see this, but can you see how the wind deflects? You know, if we were going through a storm, can you see how the windscreen deflects the rain around you? And you can see down here, look, you know, I was telling you about the bugs. Look how much that extra little the dragon wings throws that sideways. Otherwise it would be going straight past you. It would be catching you the back there, look. So it deflects it sideways. Yeah. So you're really well protected in these gold wings. Your hands don't get cold. But you see, look, the cold doesn't get to your hands. What's this? It's not a wind tunnel test, it's a water tunnel test, isn't it? You know, these wings are amazing. You know, if you get caught out and just enough, with the heated grips, it's just enough to see it's all going over and around your hands. Yeah, obviously it's not keeping them dry, but you're not getting that blast of cold air on you. Same feel of how much protection it gives you. Yeah. And again, look, you're going along the road here. Look how much it sends it sideways. So yeah, having a barn door, especially on the chilly weather, you know, you get caught out in the dark. That's the trouble with the bikes. You'll go out on a day like today, fantastic. You'll go a bit further than you plan to go. You'll be a bit later than you plan to be. And then you're 2 hours away and it's dark and the cold comes. And yeah, that's when you begin to learn your lesson. Yeah, don't go out on a sunny day in a t-shirt and shorts and find yourself trying to get home in the dark and when the sun's gone. So, it's not until you get real up close that you really get to know your machine. And can you see, look, this, remember me having a rant about the other one, not having the right valve in. This has got the right 90-degree valve in it, and it's got the little holder. These do fall off, so you have to just make sure they stay on there. They don't fall off often, but they do. They are liable to fall off. But it's what protects the valve, because they've been, because of the rotation, they've been opening their own valves on them, and you can get a catastrophic failure on these. But that's the way to make sure you're looking after it. So that other valve on the other one wasn't correct, and this is the correct one, the correct valve with the little plastic holder. But this, it's got 40,000 miles on it. I tell you what, he's kept this immaculate. There's not many dirty little corners that haven't been touched. He's a good keeper. He's kept this really well. Even the wheels on the back, you know, they're really clean. We haven't done many miles. We don't go out in the rain, do we? We get caught in the rain, but we don't go out in the rain. Wow. The guy who had this before has really, now you can begin to see, he's really looked after it. Yeah. And there's no stone pecks or anything on the paintwork. I'm really glad we chose. Remember, we went to get the bottom of them feet, bottom of the passenger. You don't see them, but when you lift that up, you do see them. So I'm really glad we did that. Yeah, it's coming on. It's coming on nicely. It's nearly ready for its final wash. I haven't given it its final wash yet. This is just all getting ready for its final wash, which will be hot water, hot soapy water with the wash on it. Yeah, but yeah, this you don't really get to know until you get down and dirty and close, and you can't scrubbing every little bit of it. And yeah, this is a good one, I think. The previous owner really looked after it. I can't. You can always tell. Looking at the places that nobody likes to wash. That's how you find out whether this was really looked after. And I think it was. Yeah, I think he was actually. He did quite a bit with it. Yeah, because if you look into the sat-nav, previous destinations, wow, he's done some distances with it. One of the interesting things you can do, especially if your vehicle has got a sat-nav on it. Let's turn the music down. Let's fire this up now. Come on, there we are. Goldwing. Have we got rid of the glare? Yeah. So let's go in the sat-nav. Let's see what it says. Menu, find destination, favorite places, find destination. Yeah, okay. Now let's go previous finds. Let's have a look. Are we there? Right. Let's press the previous finds, see where he's been. Home. Where was that? There, yeah. Camperland, wherever that is. But if you look at that. That's Belgium or Germany, isn't it? Strasser. So that could be Germany or Belgium, I'd say. It's 375 miles away anyway. And I think if you do more than about 300 miles or 400 miles, you'll fall off the edge. So that's nowhere in the UK much. Whenever that is. Something road. That's somewhere we went, 120. British Trevon. So he's been to the British Trevon, look. Wherever that is. Yeah, wherever that is. So, that one. Yardley. School Lane, Yardley. He likes that Yardley on that place, doesn't he? I thought I'd seen. Here we are. That's 256 miles away. That's 340. So that's, again, that's like a Belgium postcode. Yeah, that's Belgium, that is, I'd say. Windsor Plate, London, I guess. 250, yeah, 240 down there. North Road, yeah, could be. Alloa, we saw it, innit? We lived a lot in Alloa. Alloa is Scotland. See, Scotland's 245 miles away from here. Could we live in the Midlands? So I'm guessing that's Edinburgh, Glasgow sort of a thing. Where's that? Bath Street. Again, that's up north somewhere. Quite a good way away. That'll be up north. Yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it? Looking at where the bike has been or what's been put in the sat-nav. We've been nosy on somebody else's life, haven't we? And obviously, as we go along, it will home. I looked at that yesterday. I was ignoring it. He must live. Home must be there. I don't know if it. Maybe we've now got a signal here. Oh yeah, we're inside the tent, so that might make a difference. Yeah. So let's see what that looks like on the map. Try and zoom in or out. Hold on. Does this zoom in or out? There we are. As you're going along, you can use your thumb here, see? That zooms you in and out the sat-nav. So you can have a closer look at your junction as you're approaching it, and you've got a rough idea where you go. Let's push that in, see what that does. When you push it in, doesn't want to know that. We've got an up and down. Now we've only got a left and a right, so that helps you zoom in and out on your map. Wow. Let's see if that is a Belgium. Hold on. So, where were we? Oh yeah. So, I reckon that's Belgium. So, let's press it. Let's push. Let's go over to map. Let's see where it is on the map, maybe. Press map. Now, let's zoom out. Oh, press this button. Let's zoom out. Where is that? Keep going. Give it time to catch up. Keep going. Is it? Yeah. Let's have a look where it says it is. Ooh. Oh, Düsseldorf. Oh, Germany. There's Düsseldorf. Venlo. Oh no, Venlo. That's Belgium. Yeah, it's Venlo. It's on the outskirts of Düsseldorf, wherever he went. Yeah. There we are, look. Yeah. Because I used to go to Belgium quite often. There we are. We're here in the Midlands. You can just about see the little flag where we are, or a bit too much that is. There. See the flag bit? That's where we are. And that's where he was going. More like Germany. Yeah, Belgium-German border. Yeah, I used to go to Brussels. To where? I can't remember now. It'll come to me. Oh, pressing the wrong buttons. Anyway, so the bike has been there, or this sat-nav has been there. Shall we say? Yeah. This is an interesting one. 23. 617 miles away. Wow. That was a good old journey, wasn't it? Let's see where that was. Let's have a look at it on the map. That's got to be beyond Belgium. Could be France, I suppose. Don't know. Can you recognise where it is yet? Ooh, nothing yet. Hold on. Where's it been? Something Berg, Messenberg, Leipzig. Where is Leipzig? Leipzig. Oh, Switzerland, isn't it? Oh, he's been doing some Backer. He'll be bringing Backer home. Dresden. Wow, he's been a long way on this, hasn't he? Hanover. Wow, Hanover. I've been to the Hanover Messe, and that's a long way away, let me tell you. Oh, I tell you what, it was very funny. I can tell you a lot of stories about Hanover, but to the Messe, which is like their version of the NEC, you imagine now you're a British squaddy, you know, and you've been caught, and you're on the train, and you're on your way to the death camps. But somehow the train slows down, and you manage to open the lock, and you jump out. So let's say you're in Hanover, and now you've got to make your way home without being caught. You've got to try and feed yourself. You've got to walk home, find some transport way of getting home. That Hanover is a long way. Whoa, it's a long way away. So I reckon, yeah, you can get quite a bit of Backer. If you've been to Switzerland, you can get quite a bit of tobacco in the boot of this, couldn't you? Shall we try it next time we go? Well, the jars have survived the journey. Ooh, that means I wrapped them up pretty good. I wrapped them up really good. Ooh, the lid on that was just about to come off. Did anything spill out? No. Lovely. So my special guests have been, yeah, my VIP guests have been, what can I tell you, Goldwing related. They flew in, went down south, picked it up, was passing here going north, and dropped in, had a cup of tea, bit of a chin wag, talked everything Goldwing, yeah, and everything else. It was a fantastic little visit. I've promised to make a where the hell is it now? Hold on a minute, let me go and get it. I'm going to ask you to help me remember. I've promised to make a, it wasn't quite, I would have given this, but it goes on a different type. This was for the flat down ball. I promised to make them one of these for candid no flag holder. You see it goes over the toe ball, but because there's the ball, I'm going to have these going that way somehow, maybe on a flat plate here or however. Anyway, I'm going to have to make, and I didn't know if I had one of these left, and I have. Ooh, and so we're going to adapt this for their bike. I know what to do. You see here the 4 screws here. Pull the grub screws out, put the bolts in, put the piece of plastic tubing, make a flagpole, put a flagpole in there, just pull it up to, don't squeeze it, just hold it in there, and then use the lock nuts. So between now and candid no, you will, and they will, help me remember to make it, paint it, and take it with me. Yeah. So we've got that project to make, another one of those. But for the, so this has got to be cut off. This is there. We've got the 4 holes, which is the important bit, and then we've got to make this fit or go on to there, which means putting another tube here and something underneath, you know. I've got a pattern anyway. So anyway, I hope you and they help me remember to make one and paint it and take it to candid no. Yeah. So there's nothing else I can tell you. I will show you in candid no. Oh, obviously, all being well, we will meet up in candid no in the light parade, and I will be able to show you the bike. Then it will be revealed, because things are going to happen to it. As always, you know, will it be chrome, will it be lights, will it be bulbs, will it be this, will it be that, I'm going to change this, I'm going to do that to it. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about in the Goldwing world. Enjoying riding the bike, enjoying owning the bike, and enjoying messing with it and personalizing it. And meet with, you know, fellow Goldwingers, yeah. And so they were passing by, they dropped in. Great. Now, so of course, the washing has come on a stop. I've washed it. I haven't polished it. I will do. It's the hottest day of the year. It's got to be, isn't it? It's cooling down tomorrow, so I'll get to polishing it tomorrow, because I'm retired, you know. Yeah. It's retirement time. It doesn't have to be done, and what you don't do today, you can leave until tomorrow. Or maybe the day after that, or maybe the day after that. Yeah, it's no longer flat out run around like a headless chicken time employed, do what the boss says. It's do what your retirement allows you to do, what you want to do. So yeah, anyway, that's the end of this altogether mosh today. Don't try and kid a kidder. You want to know, don't you? You want to know were these jars worth £2? Well, let's find out. I don't know what they are. They're some sort of nail, aren't they? Yeah, they're for some sort of nail gun, so they can still be a nail with a very funny head on them. More like a staple in it. Anyway, well, the good thing is, if we've got the nails, we have to bind the gun, don't we? A couple of brass rings. That's worth £1 of anybody's money, isn't it? couple of nuts. You just never know when these come in. Do they split? Are they a complete ring or are they splittable? Oh no, I think they are splittable. Yeah. You never know. What's this? Oh, it's a filing stone. I thought it was a piece of wood. I thought it was the most expensive piece of wood I've ever bought, but that's a filing stone. So there again. So yeah, I think that was a good buy for £2 actually. Very good buy. Who knew inside there was buried a little clip, still working. Very useful. Wow. It's not worth a thing until the day you actually want to use it, and then it's worth twice as much what you paid for it. Wow, yeah. Little handy and still quite a strong clip on it, yeah. Oh, let's have a look. And this is the other tin. Look, they've got the little rings with them. Wow. Wow, they're well worth the £2 alone. A couple of 15 mils, a couple of 22 mil joints. Wow, yeah, we struck gold on this one. A bit of tut, a couple of these, yeah, and that. Screw into a piece of wood, handy little eye, hook something on, tie something to. They're not useful until they're useful, but yeah. Oh, that was well worth £2, that one. Yeah, and these things, we used them before, didn't we? When you just want to put a plug in, but a wood plug instead of the plastic ones. Wow. Yeah, they were well worth it. We had some, but they were really filthy, weren't they? That would have done just nice then. So, how many actual Allen keys did we get? Wow. Load of pop rivets, yeah. And look at this. Oh, we hit a pot of gold. Let me just sort these Allen keys out for you. Wow, we hit the jackpot with them, didn't we? And look at these tiny, tiny thin ones. Almost as thin as a human hair. Let me get rid of these big ones, but look at that. There was a handful of Allen keys in that one. Fantastic. And a couple of pop rivets, yeah. And let's have a closer look at these. Let's have a right zoom in on these now. Hold on, we're right zoomed in. Look at these. Wow. They are proper little Allen keys. I can't believe how thin they are. Wow. I can't imagine what job you would use them on. I can't imagine what job you'd use them on, but this one especially, it's quite long and thin, look. Look at this thing here. Look at this thing here. Hold on, where are we? Look at this thing. It's absolutely tiny. And it is a proper Allen key, look. I don't know what you'd use that job for, that on for. Look how tiny it is. So, wow. One day they might come in. You just never know. Anyway, we've got them. That was a real good bargain, that was. They were just like that in the charity shop. You very rarely see anything like this, to be honest, in the charity shop. So sometimes it's well worth going to these charity shops and having a look, just in case you land on a little bargain. Right, we're down to the quid ones now. What do we get for our pound? Our round pound. These are all right. They're not black as black, but you GKN. You know, sometimes you have to buy a damn box just because you want to replace a screw in something, probably a hinge or a door or something, when you've only got one way or away. So, a couple of electric clips, a couple of these, you know, you see them on mirrors, don't you? Covers for the mirrors. I mean, when you want one, you want one. When there's one missing, there's one missing, and you can never find it, can't you? So, if I can never find these again, we've just got to remember they're in the charity pot. So all we have to do is find the charity pot, and we'll have, you know, you want 4 on a mirror on each corner, don't you? And then screw things when they're maybe perishing or the chrome plating's coming off, making them look a bit yucky. These are all in pretty good nick. Wow. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And again, cable clips. You know, you're doing a job, you need 10 cable clips. There's 10 cable clips here. It saves you the cost of going to buy a box of 100, using 10 and then putting 90 in the stores, doesn't it? Oh, last one. We paid £1 for it. Here's a... that's a bit of a fraud, isn't it? We'll talk about, you know when they put make the pie full filler. Anyway, we got these rings again. We've got a few tech screws. We've got another one of them. Fine. I think what the value in this, what they called little angel screws, little disappearing screws, and they're brass. You can't even get them. Little brass. I think they're called fairy ones. But I mean, wow, for £1, and if you had a job for these little brass ones, well, that's been a good thing, because you'd have to go and try and find them, and then you'd have to buy a whole box of 1,000 or whatever's in a box. And we got a little offset little latch, and just a makings of a bracket one day. Yeah, that was all right for £1, wasn't it? I think the little screws rescued that jar. And these were cuckoos in the nest. Yeah, go in the bin with them. Moral of the story, because I think the lady was surprised that I bought them, and I was really surprised that I bought them. But if you see these on the floor in a charity shop, they might be full of gold. That was a really good buy. Yeah. Ooh, she's looking great, isn't she? Eh? You know, when you've bought something you like is when you can't walk away from it before you look at it. So, bit of tyre thing on it. Give it a coat of polish tomorrow. It's too warm. Oh boy, it's warm today. Yeah. Switch the tap off. Watch this thing run the water. Look at this hose pipe shrink itself down. It's black magic, isn't it? It is black magic. It's really clever how just the water pressure within it, or the pressure that it creates within it, it's amazing. Look how it's just, and the water's still going away. The tap's not on. We're going to run out of water. There's just the amount of water that's in it and the pressure of the water that's in it, or the pressure of the tube. Isn't that just amazing? And it brings yourself down to a quarter of the size to when you want to store it away. It's quite it's been in the sun. The water's coming quite hot out of it. Yeah, let's give it a bit of slackness, let it do its thing. It's a bit stretched there. Give it a bit more slack. Give it a bit more catch up. Look at that. Wow. It's black magic, isn't it?